Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Going to get into everything. Glad everyone is here. I'm going to let everyone know in the Discord that we are live. All right, we're live. All right, it's good to have everyone. One more text, and then we'll start right up. All right, we're live. It's good to have everyone here. Oh, we got Fast Car. I haven't seen my man Fast Car in a minute. Thanks for the Boxing Pisses weekend. Got you, Fast Car. There's more where that came from. I hate betting on 10 rounders. I like British title fights. So yeah, I do too. But what I like about 10 rounders, like especially with the Raymond Ford fight, it's going over. The over is 8.5 in 10 rounders. I love the over on that. It's why I love the over in women's fights. I'm locked in moneyline boots 8.5 over. I'm locked in moneyline boots over 8.5 right fight. Bang! There you go, Rando. Bang! I love this lock. Best bookie in the Southwest. Texas, stand up. Stand up. What up, Gary? Gary Austin in the house. I'm going to give it to you guys. If you're listening, I'm going to give you the lock of the week now. I'm going to try to give my patrons another one depending on what comes out. And it's getting, the odds are changing on it. So take Boots Ennis, money line, and Raymond Ford and Gunnerman over 8.5. That's it. 2-leg, parlay, easy breezy, lock it up. That's easy money. All right. Let me hit those guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing Blog, all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, showing you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm going to show you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. So join the Patreon. In the Patreon, which is linked in the description, it's also in that little ticker below. I also have it pinned in the chat. Just $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. It gets you the lock of the week. It gets you to ask the bookie anything. Gets you access to the Discord. We get all the live betting. We get all the props. It's a great board to communicate. We stream fights there as well. So join the Patreon. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe for just $5 a month. Just $5 a month. Do you think there's going to be any upsets? Well, I only got 3 fights. Now, I'm going to pull it up in a minute, King, but I only have 3, and there are a 0% chance of any upsets on the 3 fights on my board. I'm going to show you my board. I'm going to show you DraftKings in a minute. So I just use DraftKings. I only got 3 fights on DraftKings. Definitely none of those are landing in an upset. 79 Pro says, can't lie, I think Ray Ford might get upset this fight. His opponent has been robbed a few times and has faced some good opponents. Plus, Ray Ford fights almost every fight close. Raymond Ford does fight down to the level of his competition. That is true. That's why I think Raymond Ford's going to win. Thomas Matisse is a decent fighter. And he's long, and there may be moments in the fight where his jab may win him some rounds. And I'm not betting on Ford. I think Ford's going to win. But at minus 1,400, I'm not betting on Ford at minus 1,400 because I think the fight's much closer than that. But I am taking the over. That fight's going over. They could fight 20 rounds, and that fight would go 20 rounds. Right? All they do is jab. Like, Ford doesn't have any power. To me, all Raymond Ford is very fast and twitchy. That's it. Thomas Matisse just jabs the whole time. So is Thomas Matisse going to knock Raymond Ford out with his jab? No. Raymond Ford doesn't knock out. Isn't going to get a knock. Take the over. Take the over. Raymond Ford, Thomas Matisse, over. Take it. From Texas to the world, let's get paid. I never sent you the link. What are you talking about? I told you, Oh, did you want the chat? Oh, shoot. Oh, dang. Hang on. I'm going to send you the link. Oh, shoot. I didn't see your text, Muscles. Here. Let me send you the link. Give me 1 minute. I didn't even see your text. I just saw it now. That's my bad. I'm going to send Muscles. You guys want Muscles to join me? I'm going to have Muscles on in a second. That's my bad. I've been crazy looking at stuff today. I didn't even get a chance to look at. I love having Muscles on. All right, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna send Muscles the link. Muscles, I just texted you the link. If you want to jump on, jump on. Does Ford and Matisse go the distance? I absolutely think it goes the distance. I got the over 8.5. That's just safer in case something wild happens in the last round, like in the Odebek fight. Like something crazy could happen in the final seconds. Just take the over. But yeah, I definitely think it goes the distance. I think they can fight. I think these two combatants could fight 20 rounds and it would go 20 rounds, right? Like this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely think it goes the distance. What up, DJ? What up? Muscles, check your text messages. Check your text messages. All right. Ford looked way better at 130. Matisse is going to get whooped. Yeah, I think 130 is a better weight class. I think he was very drained. When Ford fought the last fight, when he fought Nick Ball, I was his last fight at 26. Muscles is here. Yeah, that's my bad, Muscle. I didn't see the text. I've been crazy busy today.
So yeah, I text you at like 5:56. I'm like, yo, send the link, G. I want to hop on.
My bad. I've been busy. Like I've been.
Nah, I know you've been busy. It's all good.
But I got you now. I wanted to address this. Ford looked way better at 130. I agree. Ford did look way better at 130 than he did in his last fight at 126 with Ball. You could hear him say in his corner, his trainer was asking him to get on his legs and start moving. And he said, not today. I don't have my legs anymore. You heard him say that. He said, I don't have my legs today, which indicates a bad weight cut, which means he didn't get his strength back, which means he's cutting too much weight. We've all been there, right? If you've ever had a fight and the weight cut didn't go well, now you're asked to get on. I can't run. I can't get on my bike for 12 rounds today. Not going to happen. And that was probably the difference in the fight. Yeah, he lost what was a fight of the year type of fight. Really, really good fight with Nick Ball. And, if it was at 130, if he was able to rehydrate, he probably wins that fight. But your thoughts, Muscles, on Ford?
I like Ford a lot, G. Ford. The thing with Ford, so Ford, when he fought Ball, I thought that was a close fight.
It was super close. It was
super close. And I did have Ford winning. But I'm not mad at Ball getting a decision at all. But the thing with Ford, right, with this over 8.5, I was talking to my buddy earlier today, and I'm like, listen, because he's like, just take Ford money line, and I said, okay, you could do that, but why not just hit the over 8.5? Because he doesn't have any power. Let's call it for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 6 knockouts out of 18 fights.
Yeah, he's not knocking Matisse.
He's not knocking Matisse out.
He's not knocking
Matisse is super
Matisse
durable.
Knock him out with his jab.
Right.
So, yeah.
And he fought dudes like Ball. He went to 12 rounds with Ball. He lost a majority decision, but he went to 12 rounds with Ball. He's never been stopped before. It only makes sense to take the over 8.5, and it's paying well.
Yeah, I was surprised how well at 8.5, not 10.5. It's 10-round fight. 8.5.
You feel me, bro?
330. Yeah.
Facts.
Also, if you're gonna bet Ford by decision at minus 170, I think that's a great bet right there. If you're interested in it's not plus money, but at minus 170, like if they fought 10 times, I feel like Ford would win by decision
8 or 9
7 of the time. Yeah.
Oh, he's 7, right? Yeah.
Easily. Like, I don't say easily, but like I feel like the outcome here is obvious. It's Ford by decision. Like if you ask 100 people, 100 people, boxing people, how does this fight, who aren't related to Thomas Matisse, how does this fight go? I feel like 99 of the 100 would say Ford by decision, right? Like it's just so to me it's such an obvious bet. And at minus 170, you might.
And then most of his fights go to the decision anyways, go to the card. So if we're being honest,
a matchroom card where Raymond Ford fought on. This is probably about 2 years ago. Ford fought on the card, and he wanted to fight me outside of the press conference.
Oh, I remember you telling me something like this.
Yeah. He got in my face like he wanted to fight me. I'm like, bro, like just get the press conference, man. Like, because
relax, man.
Yeah,
like it's not that serious.
You want me to lose my credential? You want to go to jail? Is this what we're trying to do tonight? Like, is this what we're like? Is this what we
Yeah,
want
is
to
this
do?
what we're doing? Like,
Why
you
don't
know
you
what I'm
just go
saying?
focus on your opponent tomorrow and not try to fight the 40-year-old at the press conference?
Yeah, you're a pro fighter. You're trying to fight a reporter
Yeah,
at a press
trying to fight me
conference.
at the press conference. Yeah, he got in my face. I'm like, I'm not gonna get shook. Like, I'm not scared of you, but like, is this? I'm 40 years old. I'm not gonna
Come
fight
on.
you at a press conference, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, and plus you're a grown man. You don't got
I'm a
time for
grown
that.
man.
To be,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I said because Eddie Vasquez is a good friend of mine. I did an interview with him, and we talked about how bad that decision was, and he got butthurt over it. It's like, bro, everyone knows you lost to Eddie Vasquez. The whole world knows.
Everyone.
I did the interview with Shushu Carrington. Shushu Carrington
And he
says you
even
lost.
said it.
Everyone knows you lost. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
3 years ago. It's okay. You can, or 2 years, 2, 3, whatever it was, 2, 3 years ago. You can get over it. But
Yeah,
like,
your career turned out to be better than his anyway. Move on. That's it. Oh, DJ DZ, what's up, my brother?
79 Pro says, "What do you think about Ford versus Batista? I think it could be a close one. I think Ford wins it. Like, Ford's way faster. Um, Bet the over. Like, the over is, unless you think Batista can win it. I can't see him winning it. I can't see him winning more rounds, and no one's getting knocked out in that fight. So to me, Ford by decision is an obvious bet. So you can bet that for your parlay at minus 330. Just take the over. Like, take the over 8.5. Like, we're going over in this fight, like, for sure.
I mean, look at the odds on Matisse by decision plus 1,200. That's your answer right there. There goes your answer right there. Ford by decision. They got Matisse at plus 1,200. Come on.
I got four. I think four wins, but I want to see a little more tape before I talk about it. There's not much tape. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Matisse. He's an okay fighter, right? He's a jabber. He doesn't sit down on his punches. He's got a nice little crisp, clean 1-2. He fights from long range. He doesn't like it on the inside. He's not a big hitter. He doesn't really sit down on his punches. He's okay. He's a good fighter. He's gonna fall short at the highest level. When he fights world class fighters, he's gonna lose.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to hate on the guy. Like, this guy that fights on that Montreal card, Dimitri Asanow. That's his name. Dimitri Asanow. He's good. He's good. He gets in and out. He judges distance well. He closes distance. He gets in and out. He's not a super athlete. He's not super twitchy. He's not a big hitter. He doesn't have impeccable timing. So he'll win these fights. He'll win at this level. And then when he fights the best guys in the world, he's going to lose. And like, that's kind of the same way I look at Batiste. He can look pretty good coming up, and he can make some noise. And then when you put him in the ring at the highest level, most of the time, if not all the time, he's going to come up.
He's going to fall short. Yeah.
It's not a knock on the guy. It's just,
So, gee, that's my boy Kai, Major Predictions. I was just actually texting him a little while ago. And I was telling him, I'm like, bro, take the over. He's like, if you and Gary got the over on that, I'm locking it in. So, Kai, there's nothing to talk about, bro. Lock that in. It's going over, guaranteed.
That's some game considering his opponent is a short notice guy. When he fought Ball, that was good, but Ford should have threw more the less. I think he had nothing left. Like, if you heard him in his corner, it was. I'm surprised he did as well as he did, considering he was fighting in the wrong weight class.
Right.
After the second or third round, his trainer was in his ears like, "You're gonna get on your legs. You're gonna use your legs. Like, are we gonna stand in?" And he's like, "No legs today, coach. I'm gonna have to go plan B right now. Like, I can't do it. Like, it's not in me tonight." And it happened. So now we just gotta, it's tough because you train 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever long camp was, to fight one way. Then you get in the ring and you don't got your sea legs. So now you got to change everything, right? Like, now you got to, okay, now we're going to stand in and trade because I ain't got the legs, and that's because of the weight cut, right? It's not because of conditioning. It's because of the weight cut. He's fighting in the wrong weight class. He doesn't have his legs back. Some guy, Eddie Vasquez, in that fight at 126, Eddie Vasquez walked into, and I know this because I'm close with his team, walked into the ring at 152. Eddie Vasquez was 12 pounds bigger than Ford in the ring.
No shit.
Vasquez is still fighting at 126. So weight cuts are different for everybody. I mean, I remember Barrios cutting weight like crazy, and he could do it. He still does it. Like, Barrios was, when he came up, you can look early in his career when he fought at Cowboys Dance Hall in San Antonio. He was 6'1", like he is now, fighting at 122 and 126.
That's
It's
wild.
crazy. Yeah.
Right.
Major says, for my analysis, I got Ford by unanimous decision. Look, if you can get a prop on unanimous decision, I don't mind it. My only problem with betting on a specific is it takes one idiot to screw it up. Right? Like
Right.
it takes two to reverse the decision, right? To over, but it takes one idiot, right? Like if you would have bet Floyd Mayweather unanimous decision over Canelo, you would have lost. Right? Like it takes one
Literally.
idiot.
Yeah.
It takes one idiot to screw that up. So my prediction is Ford by decision. I think he wins clearly. Although I think it's a competitive fight. I 7-3 kind of fight, maybe 8-2. I think Ford wins
Majority
clearly.
of the rounds. Yeah.
I did a brief analysis. I haven't unleashed yet, but I wanted to watch more tape before I added more. I think my guy Muscles and Gary did theirs. Yeah, I did my homework on this. I watched a lot of fights on Matisse, and it's all the same. It's the same thing. It's like if you watched one round, you've watched them all.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm gonna lock this in after the live. Let's go.
There you go, Kai.
Let's go.
My man.
BC is in the house. BC is in the house. What's up, my man? All right. I want to there's not a lot to get into. I still only got 3 fights on this. And I haven't gotten to the tape on Patera yet. I've gotten to the tape on Asanu, and I'm confident enough in saying he's going to win. I've seen Patera fight many times. He's a vet. He should go the distance. Asanu's not the biggest hitter. He mixes his shots up. Like, he knows how to fight. Like, whoever trained him well. He's just not that good. Right? Like, there's nothing. And I don't mean that to be disparaging. He's just not a world-class fighter. He's gonna win. So feel, but he's not. It's just like Matisse. It's like, okay, you're limited by not being anything special, really. There's nothing special about him, and you can bet him, and he'll win. It's not really paying anything. It's minus 1,600. I'm going to do a video on it because I have no other videos to do because these are the only fights I have so far.
Yeah.
This is a lightweight fight. It is Dimitri Asanu going to compete with Abdullah Mason or Keyshawn Davis or Andy Cruz? Of course not. Absolutely not. 100% not. Well, he's a good fighter. He'll get a big fight and he'll most likely lose it. He'll win. He'll make a name for himself. He may get a title shot, and if it's not against a joking opponent, he'll probably lose. But you'll see his name. He'll win some fights, and then at the highest level, he's gonna fall short. It is what it is. Not everyone. Levels. Yeah, not everyone can be a world champion. It's a hard thing to do. All right, so there's that, and I only have a money line on that, right? This is not going to do anything for you. I would probably avoid betting this. If you want to add this to your parlay, you can feel safe, but at minus 1,600, it's not really worth adding it to your parlay. I mean, there is a little risk. Patera's a pro. He could upset the apple cart, I suppose. I would bet against it. To me, this isn't really even worth adding to your parlay because this is a step up for Asanu. And for Patera's a pro. Patera has back in the day, he's won some fights. Now, those days are long gone. But if I'm wrong about Asanu and he's not as good as I think he is, and I don't even think he's a world beater, it could be because he went. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that Patera went the distance with Keyshawn Davis. Yeah, Keyshawn Davis is another level from Asanu, like levels and levels and levels. But yeah, it's not that he's a bad fighter. He got to win. Remember, this is the guy that kind of when people love Lewis Ritson, this is the guy that derailed him. Now, that was a bunch of years ago. I think that was like 2018. But he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. It's just, he's old and he's probably not going to win. So I like Asanu on the money line there. Asanu.
Dalton Smith is next weekend, right?
Yeah, I thought that was this weekend too. I messed that up. Dalton Smith is next weekend. So all we have so far is Raymond Ford. And I told you what I like in Ford. I just did the video on Ford too. I like Ford money line. I like the over. And I like Ford by decision. You want to take this prop, it gets you a little bit better to go the distance. You can do that instead. It pays a little more. I just feel safer in case something crazy happens in the last round.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You know, it gives us a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah. So at minus 330, I would just take that. And then Jared Ennis, minus 600. This is not terrible. I think it's a little wide, but it's fine.
It's only going to get wider.
I wouldn't touch, to me, it's 50-50 whether he gets the knockout or the decision. I'm like really torn on this. Stanionis is durable as hell, man. Like, I kind of think, like, I'm leaning like 51% towards an Ennis stoppage, but not really enough to bet on. What are your? I know you're an Ennis camp too, but you think stoppage or decision?
No, listen. I got enough respect for Stanionis, man. I think he's. You know what it is? I don't think Boots has faced someone that can hit as hard as Stanionis yet. So, but then again, Stanionis has never faced anyone with the skill, the movement, and athleticism as Boots. So I think
There's
this
no
fight
one in
will
that weight class who's as athletic as Boots.
No one.
Not at this time. Yeah.
Absolutely not. So I think this fight will go to distance, man. I do.
And
possible late stoppage, but I wouldn't bet on it though.
It's just that he's so explosive. He can get a stoppage at any point, right? Like
he could.
Like he gets these knockdowns out of nowhere. Just one punch, he throws the hook, bang, his opponent's on the floor. Yeah. If he really torques up on it, yeah. The Denver Nuggets just fired Mike Malone this afternoon. I don't know what to make of that. The Nuggets fired. Yeah, I don't know. Number 2,
wow, I did not see that
coming. Their coach right before the playoffs. I did not see that coming. Jay Grizzy, Boots money line and Ford 8.5 overs. It's paying minus 190.
Yes, sir.
Lock in that now, guys. I
already
said that my lock of the week. I said lock this in, guys. Lock it in. I think Keyshawn went the distance with some guys because he wasn't as locked. I agree with the 79 pros. I think highly of Keyshawn Davis. I don't think as high of him as I do Abdullah Mason, but I think very highly of Keyshawn Davis. I tend to agree. I think he gets distracted by the outside noise a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's still able to perform. It's not like he's out, but I think in the ring, he's trying to put on a show. He's trying to get attention. Like he's worried about his next fight. He's worried about his next fight during this fight, kind of thing. Yeah. I do agree with that. I think he gets distracted in the ring, right? Like when he was taking apart Gustavo Lemos, he was calling out Tank Davis like in between rounds and stuff. Like stay focused on the task at hand. Yeah, no, I think there's something to that. I think he looks ahead to his next fight. It's like the football player who tries to score a touchdown before he catches the ball. It's like catch the ball first and then run up the field. It's kind of like that. After he put Elbright, he failed for weed. He locked. Yeah, no, I think there's something to be said for that. I don't think it's a major problem. I don't think he's slacking off in the gym or out partying all night. I think he's just looking ahead. Like decision. You got the over bet on Ennis. I'm guessing you're talking about is minus 205.
Listen, G. Let me say something. I gotta be honest. I don't know. I might take back that stoppage, bro, because I just saw an interview with Boots Ennis on Fight Hype, and he said he's trying to put in a Floyd-esque performance like how we fought against Arturo Gatti.
Floyd stopped Arturo Gatti
in 6.
In 6, yeah.
And Boots is trying to repeat that.
That's my paisan.
That's your paisan right there.
My youngest son is named after Gatti.
That's wild.
I think I'm gonna take Ray Ford to go the distance and Boots over, maybe even to go the distance. The odds are better. The odds on Boots at minus 600 aren't great, but if you parlay the two things together, it's really a pretty good bet. I mean,
it is.
I don't think it's terrible to take. Here's what I would say. I'm 51% certain Boot stops him. And I'm 49% certain it goes a distance. So that's not a whole lot of confidence, but I'm leaning more towards the stoppage than I am by the decision.
And if you're
But
torn
I'm
on whether
not
to go
really
the
confident.
distance
I wouldn't bet that. I would just take him on a money line.
on the money
Don't
line,
worry about the methodology, and then
yep,
parlay that with a give me. To me, Raymond Ford, the over 8.5 with Thomas Matisse is a give me.
yeah,
That's
that's a
easy money
steal.
up. Yeah.
That's a steal.
Take over 8.5, Jared. Yeah, and we don't have. If you can, sure, take Jared Enos on a 3-way. I don't mind that. But on
Ooh,
DraftKings, we don't have 3-ways.
yeah, I'll be careful with that UFC though. Don't be mixing that in with no boxing.
Look, if
I
you
mean,
know,
that's just
I don't
me.
know UFC, so I don't mix it in. But if you feel like you know UFC, I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I give you, look, you wouldn't have the plumber do your electrical work, right? So look, I'm the plumber here. I'm going to give you the plumbing takes. I'm not going to give you the electrical takes, right? I'm going to give you the
Facts.
boxing takes. I'm the boxing guy. I'm not the. I'm not. I'm. I'm not
Yeah,
the electrical guy. Don't
we,
take
we
my
don't fix what's
electrical takes.
broken over
You're
here.
gonna get you're electrocuted. I'm gonna give you the plumbing takes. Um, I think Keyshawn is levels above Mason right now.
I don't know about that, Kai.
I think Mason. I know Mason's 20. I think he beats Keyshawn right now. If they float right
me,
now,
me
I
too.
like Keyshawn. I'm not saying Keyshawn's garbage. Keyshawn is excellent. I'm
Oh
just
yeah, he's
letting
a
you know what
beast.
I think of Abdullah Mason. Yeah.
And we said this before too. We said that right now Mason would beat Keyshawn Davis if they fought. That's how highly we think of Keyshawn. I mean of Abdullah.
Yeah. Style wise, Keyshawn has a much more mature style than Mason. I don't disagree with that. Mason has too many flaws. Like
I mean,
what?
he's just going off of him getting dropped that fight. I mean, I guess you could say that, but I mean that's something he's gonna fix up. I feel like he fixed it up his last
Mason,
fight.
yeah.
You know,
I don't know how the only flaw that I see is he gets too over anxious. But he's
that's what I
20.
see.
He's 20, right? Like it's a good problem to have. I think the knockdown or both of them, like he got a second round knockout in that fight. You guys talk about like you went life and death and escape the narrative. He got a second round knockout
Second
in that
round.
fight.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
I understand if it went like he got dropped 3 times and it went the distance. Okay, you know what I mean. But come on, he knocked him out literally the next round.
What Boots couldn't do with Karen, he will unleash on saying, yeah, Karen, when you go back, I understand now. After really watching the tape, I understand why he struggles so much with Karen. Karen Chukajan has much better timing, right? And Boots needs to rely more on his movement. He's so explosive, right? Like he's the home run hitter that relies on his power. Just put the ball in play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to load up on everything.
Right.
When he and Chukajan was able to time him to score and disrupt him. Now he didn't win the fight, but he made it way more competitive than he should have. Like he made Enes's job much more difficult. If Enes just boxed and circles and used his speed, he would dominate that. But I do agree. Like he's not gonna. Stanionis is a bigger hitter than Chukajan, so he's not gonna sit in and trade with Chukajan. But even if he does, he's not going to stand in and trade with Stanionis. But even if he does, he is so much faster, and he's still the bigger hitter. He's going to knock him out that way, right? Like, I don't think like that would be standing in with Stanionis would be a mistake. And even if he makes that mistake, he still probably wins the fight because he's that much more athletic and he's that much more explosive than Stanionis. Yeah. And I think Stanionis is good. Like, I'm not saying Stanionis is trash. I think Stanionis is a real fighter. But Boots is a special athlete.
And Karen will give anybody fits, man. Just his style. Yeah. He'll get anybody fits, you know?
Let me pull up something. Let me pull up the pro box. Let me see if any of the other books have any other fights this week. Hang on. Because this is all I got of these 3 fights. And I've been over them ad nauseum. But let me take a look here. Here's tomorrow's fight. Asano and Patera. Asano wins the fight. I don't really think it's worth betting on. Ford, Stanionis. Yeah, that's all we got still. Just these 3 fights. That's all we got, Muscles.
Yeah, that's it.
Any thoughts? Yeah, otherwise, I'll wrap this up.
Yeah, no, let's let's repeat another weekend of getting this money, man. We've been on a roll. Let's keep
All
cashing
right,
in.
let me go through some of these and I'll close it up.
Hmm.
What did I leave off on? I think Keyshawn's levels above Mason. Okay. Style wise, this was the last one. When Boots couldn't do what Chu could do. Okay. Lock it with Patty Diego Lopez over 8.5. Patty Donovan? Patty Donovan doesn't
He's
fight this
fighting
week.
this weekend.
Patty Donovan doesn't fight this week. Patty Donovan just got robbed. Remember?
Yeah,
The
against
disqualification loss. Yeah, he
yeah.
doesn't fight. That was a couple weeks ago. He's not fighting. Are you talking about on the rematch? I know that he's protesting for a rematch, which I think he won. I think he is getting the rematch.
I thought that was
I'm
supposed to
not
be this
sure
summer.
what you mean by Patty. Patty, am I missing a Patty?
That's the only Patty that I know.
Is Diego
Diego Lopez.
Diego Lopez doesn't fight this week. Diego Lopez. Yeah, fill me in on what card you're talking about. And 79 Pro says, I agree. I have been saying Key beats Abdullah, but I also think Key is the best lightweight in the world. To me, Abdullah Mason is different. Muscle, I have been having friendly debates about who would win between Keyshawn and Shakur, and I actually think he could beat Shakur, which is more of a stretch.
And I disagree with him on that, G. I disagree with him.
I would take Shakur. Yeah,
Me too.
I would take
Me
Shakur.
too. But I see what Kai's saying though on that.
I don't mind that as a take. Okay, I could see a world in which Keyshawn wins, but if I'm
Yeah.
betting my money on it, I'm betting
Shakur.
on
Oh yeah.
on Shakur. Yeah, I would take Shakur to beat Mason at this point. Right now, if Mason right now, I would take Shakur to beat him. 2 years from now, that'll probably change. But at 20 years old, I would still probably Shakur would figure out a way to win enough rounds. I think, like because you can't really put combinations together on Shakur. So now Abdullah's gonna have to get him out with one punch, and I think over 12 rounds, well, either one of them.
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah,
Either one of them. You're gonna have to put combinations together, and you can't really hit him with combinations. So now you're just trying to, right? It's like when you remember Mosley when he rocked Floyd. He threw this little jab to the body and then hit him with the overhand right. But you can't follow up because he's out of trouble, right? He's out of town. So it's like if you're gonna get him, or when he got rocked by Marcos Maidana, right? It was right at the end of the round. He hit him with the straight right, but still Floyd was still able to roll out of it. So it's like you can't put anything behind it because he knows how to get out of trouble. Yeah. And Shakur is a master of that. So you can't really hit Shakur with combinations. You really have to hit him one shot at a time. It's hard to beat a guy that way.
Hey, this is a good point right here, though, G. He gets bruised up a lot.
Senor gets bruised up quickly. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So a stoppage, like
it could be a TKO. It could be that.
Yeah, that could happen.
That could happen.
Stoppage, yeah.
Yep. Corner even.
Mason would not be Keyshawn. He has quick hands, but he isn't mature. This is the knock on him. I understand the knock on him, but guys, you got to realize how physically gifted and talented he is. And he's not
only
just
20.
a physical wonder. He's really, really highly skilled. He is skilled beyond his years. I get the immaturity thing. I do it. He's 20. I get it. And that's why I would still probably lean towards Shakur to beat him because Shakur's ring IQ is through the roof.
Yeah.
But I think he gets Keyshawn.
Yeah. Yeah. I favor him against Keyshawn, but I think Shakur will beat him though. Right now.
It's not a knock. It's not a knock, Major, on Keyshawn. I think right now the 135-pound division is one of the best divisions I've ever seen. Ever. And I mean that.
Okay, so what do you think Abdullah would do to Baranchek? We saw what do you think Abdullah would do to him?
He stopped him too, right? I mean,
I'm saying. You got to ask yourself that too.
I'm not saying I think Shakur and Abdullah beat him because I think he's trash. I think Keyshawn Davis is excellent.
Yeah, me too.
I just think, It is murderer's row right now in that division.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a poll tomorrow. All right, what time do you guys want me to do the show tomorrow? You want to do the afternoon show? Or you want to do a morning show?
You got 10,000 on Keyshawn. I'll double that. I got 20 on Abdullah.
What's up? Good to see you. What up? What up, Vulcan?
Vulcan.
He likes, yeah. And it's Stanionis draw plus 2,200. I know that's your boy, so yeah, throw some money on your boy to get the draw. I mean, what do you got to lose? $10 makes you $220. Why not? Why not?
Throw something small on it.
Yeah, you're throwing your money away, but a draw? Yeah, why not? I mean, you just be
unlikely, but
because you're gonna lose. Right? It's like you go to the blackjack table, you expect to lose your money, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
that's why you don't bet big on it,
Yeah.
Just throw away money. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I think so. And I'm gonna end this, guys. I gotta go. My kids are going wild. I gotta end this. I'll be back tomorrow. You want me to do an afternoon show tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. I love your afternoon
show tomorrow. I'll probably do afternoon show tomorrow. All right, y'all. April 8th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Oh, Muscles, tell them where they can follow you.
You can get me on Instagram. I actually just changed my Instagram to Money for Muscle. So you can get me on there. You can get me on our Facebook, Carlos Sayer Brown, and you also just created a TikTok too. You can get me on TikTok, C Brown Muscle, and that's it, man.
All right, y'all. From Texas to the world, thank you and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.